All right, let me get the mic and let me start streaming to Twitch. Yes, start the stream. And let me get my Twitch chat going here. All right, looks like we're live on Twitch. Welcome back to the Composer Mindset. We are going to do a little work on the finale of this track.
He's just doing all right.
All right, let me go to my chat.
So they did end up in the 6 Elderwood, kind of that we were talking about.
Here, while this is getting set up, let's take a listen to what I've got already. This is getting set up. Let's take a listen to what I've got already. Sounding pretty good. That was just the first playthrough. Usually the computer has to load up sort of the tail end of some of the samples after the first or second playthrough. Now I think I might have just an error in some of my choir samples. Hold on, I might have to just reload those. Yeah, 1 second. Let me go to my other rig. Just got to reload this. All right. And that'll take just a second. So I was sort of making a big fuss yesterday about this sort of transition from the second section of this track going into the third. I was thinking that it was sort of like a cliffhanger. I wanted to make it hang, actually, and then have sort of some breathing room. And then it would sort of go right into the finale. But I don't know. I'm not sure if that came out the way I want. Maybe it would just be better to skip all of that. And instead of actually having a cliffhanger, we're building so much energy. We're building, and then maybe it just needs to pay off. So because we don't have any scene, any moving picture to develop the narrative, this whole sort of cliff is just a standalone piece of music. So I have to make the music serve itself, not you know, some type of on-screen narrative. I've got to make this thing work for itself. So I think this might do better just going right into the finale. Let me just make sure my samples are loaded. Still loading up. It'll just take maybe another 30 seconds or something. So what I'm going to do while that's loading, let me get a cycle here. And here, this will be easier. I'm going to tell Logic to just skip this, and we're going to hear the playback without this section. All right. Okay, that's loaded. It looks like my internet is a little unstable here. I hope you guys are getting a good stream on Twitch. It looks okay. Feel free to ask me any questions if you'd like about the music, about what I'm doing. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, on YouTube, and I have Patreon set up. I want to be doing this as much as I can and try to get a good conversation going, people talking about music and writing music, all kinds of things related to composing, music production, film music, game music, anything like that. Let me just do a real quick check on my internet here. Well, hopefully that'll clear up. Yeah, getting some lag on the Twitter feed there. But let's just hear how this sounds. We're just going to go with it. I'll be posting all of my sessions on YouTube. I was trying out a few different things with some different screen recording software. I think I got something that works. I was trying something yesterday, and it was dropping some frames. I think what I have going now is probably the best until I find something better. All right, let's listen to this transition, and now it's going to go right into... Let me make this one measure longer. It's going to go right into the finale. Let me just make sure that it's going to do as I want. Okay, so now it'll skip this transition I was working on yesterday. I think I'm going to have to just ditch it all. Made an error there. Need that measure. All right. Yeah, we don't even need that stuff. I spent like an hour, more than an hour working on it. I think I'm just going to chuck it all. Yeah, well, sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. Let me hear how this whole section develops, and I think that's going to be good. So I'll go in and chuck all that. If it could even go with one beat less. It's got to be a sweet spot in there. Or maybe even one whole measure less. Yeah. I think I'm going to get rid of all of this in this thing. Da-da-da. Yeah. All right. Let me start cutting some stuff. I mean, I guess it could have been a cliffhanger, but it doesn't need to be. It can be whatever we want it to be. Get rid of all of that. You can go That can stay. There's nothing happening here. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. All of this stuff. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. All this work is not serving the piece at all. Or I guess I just don't like it. Okay, so let me get rid of all these time signature changes. This can go. This can go. We're going to slide this all the way over to here. And I think the tempo will change right on the new time signature. Let me go ahead and bump all these things over now. I think that's going to work well. Might have to just adjust a few of the performances right there when it makes the change. Actually, I'm going to have to get in there and manually connect those regions together. Let me line up these first. Let me bump it over by bar. Easy peasy. Let me take a quick look at this. Join these together and see if my controllers are not all wacky. Okay, so I'm going to have to do the same thing in some of these other parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? No. Oh. Didn't move things over far enough. So it's right there at measure 47. That's where the new section starts. Let me change this to a beat now. This always gets a little hairy when you're moving around big chunks of the music. Get rid of this. And we'll join these together again. Together forever and ever, two-part. Oh, boom, boom, boom. This is out one beat. Just because it's going over the time signature change. Okay, that looks good. We don't need that. Again, we join those tracks and check our controllers. Now I got to do the same deal here. And I think then it should be pretty well lined up. Stupid time signature change. All right, let me do these one at a time. Check this. Yeah, this kind of goofy stuff happens where Logic doesn't know how to join up the controller data in a way that makes sense because it doesn't know really what you want. Oops, I just cut it when I should have joined it. It seems like these are not in the right spot, but I'll go and quantize that. So with big orchestral tracks like this, it's just an endless kind of, making sure your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted all the time. If you're moving stuff around, gluing stuff together, cutting it apart, inevitably little goofs get worked into the whole thing, and you kind of get a sense for where they're going to show up. All right, let me make sure this is quantized. Yeah, these are somehow nudged out by a few ticks. I don't know why my computer's not doing Command Z as undo. I'm not sure if it's maybe some of the other programs I have running for screen capture and streaming that are sort of taking over that key command. It's kind of annoying. All right, that's all quantized. All right, let's see how this sounds. There might be a mistake or two in there. I'll have to catch it. All right, there's some goofy stuff happening there. Now that I'm listening back, maybe I do need another measure. What is going on? Hold on. I know how to make this go together. The last bit of the fanfare, we're going to crank it up a half step because we get a change in key. This one. And the choir too. Kinda. All right, some of these like transition effects are out of place. I'm just gonna mute. I think it was that riser. This guy didn't make it in time. So I want to have the last fanfare land right on the beat of the new measure. Da-dum-da, right there at 47. Same with the choir. Do I have staccato choir yet? What? Yeah. Up a half step. And I missed the percussion. Got to get everybody lined up. Is there anything else in there? Okay, still got some smoothing to do, iron out some of those wrinkles, but let's listen to the transition as is. Actually, I wanted to start this drum loop later. I want it to be like really epic and kind of like tragic. And this drum loop, I think, provides too much forward momentum. I want it to be like we're wallowing in despair here. The bad guy's here and he's killing everyone. Something like that. And I also want to brighten up, fatten up some of these chords a bit and add some orchestral interest in that spot. But let me get the last of the wrinkles out in this transition. I think it's moving the way it needs to now. We might need just to bridge that a little bit more. So we have this pattern of these trumpet fanfare rhythms, and it breaks right there. I might need one more just to keep it moving. And maybe it doesn't. I think my timpani's playing the wrong notes, probably playing D. We have a key change. Come on, timpanist. Follow along. Keep up. Ugh. So when I play back in real time, sometimes my system has a little trouble keeping up with all of the choir texture that I put in. I like to have really rich and dense choir parts. And when everything's finally finished, when I'm done with the composing and I go to mix and prepare to mix and stem things out, then all of this stuff gets bounced into audio files that sound good. But just while I'm writing, sometimes the computer's dropping samples out. Kind of annoying, but until I can get a faster computer, this is going to be how it is. But, you know, it works for just doing the writing. All right, let's listen again. I might just sort of let this section marinate. I think it's a lot better than it was yesterday. I'm glad I got rid of all that stuff. It wasn't... As soon as I walked away from the session, I started changing my mind about it. Anyway, so I'm going to just listen to the transition one more time. I'm going to start fattening up these sort of epic, tragic, despair chords. Cool. All right, let me see if I can fatten things up a little bit. It's pretty fat as is. I kind of think I need a third trombone. I've got two trombones. I think I'm going to pluck out the fourth horn part right there and put that into a trombone. Maybe there. And again, I get confused once I do if I copy out and paste a lot of regions and they don't change their names and colors, then I'm going to go in and set that straight. All right, let's listen to just low brass. Really want it to pop, be low and dark. Like that. This was the one I just put in. And I sort of want like a shimmery top end on this too, so probably I'll get a trumpet in there. This should be articulated better. not sure why. Oh, I know why. That's just a legato sample. There it is. That's the articulation I want. Let's hear just low brass. Just low brass. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's playing too long. That guy. Lead part's hanging over a little bit too long. All right, I think that one note must have gone out of range or something for the trombone. That one. Not out of range, I guess that's the lowest note. But once I get the other parts in there, I think I'm going to revoice this. It's really... We'll make it work. So we have tuba and trombone doubling in octaves, playing the lowest voice. We have lead trombone on the top, and we have another trombone in the middle. Nice and dark with some edge. Okay, so in this part right here, measure 62 and to 65, it sort of collapses to a two-voice texture instead of three. Doesn't sound bad, but let me see if I can fill it out. Let me add horn. This was the horn part I was doubling. I like it. You know, so I don't mind so much those parts that collapse down. Let me add all the horns. Trumpet in there already. Must be doing the top horn. Okay, right there. Is it this one? Everyone moves down at the same time, except for the lead, which goes up, I think. I might want to change the voice leading there. Yeah, I think I need to have another part that goes counter to the bass. Not another part. I'll change the top voice. What is my chord? So I think I might have too many thirds in this chord. It's a bit better. And that chord has no fifth. have some parallel motion. No, wait a second. Uh-huh. Hang on. So again, I'm not going for like perfectly traditional chorale style voice leading. Just want it to sound good. Step down, that steps down to a 6th. This goes up, that's a 5th. Those are going contrary motion. This is a 4th. This is going up to a 3rd. Our trombone player there, God, he's holding too long. Very enthusiastic, I like it. Okay. Cool. I think what I'm going to do now is experiment a little bit and maybe take this second horn part, this bit, chuck it into another trumpet and bring it up an octave at a key spot. Is this just it's a legato sample. So I could probably get away with not having it there at the beginning. Right, get rid of that. Take it up an octave. Maybe bring it in. I have a trumpet doubling the lead trombone 2. Just don't want my controllers to get mixed up. All right, let's hear how that sounds. I'm not going to look at it, I just want to listen to it. The articulations are a little clunky. So I like it. It might need to be not doubling the horn. What was it, the second horn? Might just need to be its own part. Just reinforcing the texture and giving sort of like a top layer, a nice silvery, ringing sort of quality to it. What was I going to do? Oh, check articulations. I think I copied the horn articulations, which are not going to be the same as the other guys. I can probably match them to the trombone part. Yeah. And this one too. These two. All right, they're already doing that. This one should come down to here. Whoops. If I can get it there. And this one and this one do the same as the trombone. So yeah, I'm not going to have it be the same as the second horn. I want it to be its own thing. It might just kind of ring out on the fundamental of the chord, the root of the chord perhaps. Take a look at my tuba part. Oh, it's the same. Actually, maybe I do need to see the whole texture. And this trumpet part I'm adding is really high above, right? There might be too much space in there. What's the part I'm working on? Let me just give this its own color just so, for now, so I can easily tell that part from the others, because the texture is getting pretty dense. And I can definitely hear choir reinforcing this too. It would sound really epic to have that. Can I bring my red trumpet part that I'm working on to the front? I wonder if there's a way to do that. If anyone knows if there's a way to bring one layer to the front, to the top, that would be really helpful, because this is getting really thick. All right. All right, let's just listen. I totally colored the wrong track. Been living in California too long. I totally colored the wrong track, dude. This is the one that we want to make red. Yeah, that's the one that should be on top. Pay attention, Daniel. Pay attention. There it is. Well, it's just the one on top. That makes sense. Okay. Maybe keep some, if there are common tones in there. So what is this chord? Like an E flat minor. Going to What if I double the bass? I mean, it's not doubling the bass, but it's sort of doing its own thing. Is there another voice that's doing that same move? Oh, it's in octaves here. You know what it's doing right now? I think it's sort of just following the melody. I mean, it sounds all right. Like he's out of tune. All right, so he's sort of echoing, the way it's working out is sort of echoing the main melody a bit. Let me just quickly quantize that trumpet part. 16th notes. Let me listen again. not sure if I should keep that going the way it was. Let me listen to the whole section. Yeah, it really shouldn't be a duplicate of the tune. It's sort of an echo of the tune. Not an echo, like a copycat of the tune, a doubling, but not a precise doubling. Something like that. Might be nice to have that E flat. I'm gonna let that stay there. So it's going to take quite a bit of work to get in there and tweak these these performances to get that to sound more realistic, but it's doable. Let me do a tiny bit. Actually, let me back it up and hear the transition. I'm going to cut this out. I want to just keep that dark, deep texture. This chord at 65 needs to be longer. I just drop out too soon. right, all right, all right. Maybe I know what to do with these trumpets here too. And you just extend that note, that chord. See if that helps. It's a bit better. Let me back it up quite a bit. I think it's coming along. I think it's coming along. Seems like my stream on Twitch is really acting weird. I'm not sure if I can change my settings mid-stream. Next time I go on, I'll see if I can lower the bit rate or something. I don't know. I have really fast internet here, but everybody's home with the pandemic, watching TV and streaming stuff, so the internet in my neighborhood comes and goes the last few months. Okay. Oh, there was something I wanted to do. Right, yesterday, right before I signed off, I was working on the low strings in the middle section. I wanted to change the staccato. I'm going to see if I can take this little piece of the basses and give it a stronger staccato. Put this riser back in. So it's going to happen over a tempo change. That always makes the computer have a hiccup. But let's see if we can just time it. So that's too long. Want it to land right there. I think I'll go in later and change the sound of it. Oh, come on, Daniel. I can do this. Okay. A bit smoother. It's a bit smoother. And I'm going to emphasize the root changes in this brass part with some timpani. Just want to have it really be banging there, loud. That should be softer. And let me just make sure this is the right effect. It should be. Timpani always makes it sound very serious. This is serious. Now, let's see. This might, if it were to be played live, it might have to be with two timpanists. Unless the guy doing it is super good at changing intonation super fast, but I don't know. Changing the tuning of this timpani a lot. Is that out? Out of range? It's gonna have a little crescendo. All right, it's definitely getting more epic. Might want to go back in later and make that one a roll. Pretty low. Let's take that up an octave. And a little crescendo there. On the right note, please. Okay, let's listen back. I like. Grab that riser again. Sort of announce the entrance of our drummer with the riser. Make it very exciting. This is a new tempo, so I'm going to have to get the... have to figure out the timing again. Okay. Wait a second. This needs to happen happen to measure later. Sorry about, I can see I'm dropping frames on my Twitch stream. I just must have a really unstable, it's even saying I have an unstable internet connection. There's really nothing I can do about that right now. I'm going to look into it. Unfortunately, there's no way right now I can hardwire into the internet on my system. But I'll look into seeing if I can make that better. All right. I think we can start adding some choir to this. Start adding some choir. Probably would just be, you know, it's such a thick texture already. I don't think I need to add additional voice parts. I just need to double the parts that are there already in choir. And I would ask, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting this stuff as often as I can. I've been doing it almost every day. And I definitely want to talk with you and answer your questions regarding composing or anything else with music. All right. So this is just the lowest part. All right, so and I might have to make some tiny adjustments as I go to have it fit with choir. So, you know, I should probably just pull them out of the horn parts because I've got that already sorted out. And I can just plop them in. And then I'll sort it. 57, 55, 57, right. This is the old plop and sort, as it's called in the business. First you plop, then you sort. Or maybe it's the cut, plop, and sort. Cut, plop, sort. It looks mostly sorted. Gets pretty high. That's fine. There's a big space. And there's a big space. So I might need to double that with something, but let me listen back. Okay, it's a start. Maybe some of these chords need to be extended in length a little bit. Let's listen just to the choir. Give them something better to sing. Instead of just crew, crew. That release on that first syllable. Sa sa. Actually, that might sound great with the rest. Okay. And these little short guys in there, I'm probably going to have to put that into a different choir sample, more of a staccato one. Actually, I know I'm going to have to do that. So let me go ahead and copy this into my staccato sample, but we'll continue to work on the marcato sample first. Or maybe I copied it too soon, but I'll get it. We make it work. And let me fill this. There's a void here. It's an octave. I mean, that's okay, but I think it would sound better if that were filled out a little bit. Let me add the fifth of the chord. Not sure if I went in and changed the release parameter on this sample. Might need to be a little longer. Really sounding like they're choking off on some of those release syllables. When it gets bounced, it'll sound better. And, you know, now that I'm looking at this, I think when it enters, right here at 47, I think I'm going to take out the top voice and add in those ladies as this part develops. But let me just get something reasonable for them to actually sing on here. Vis. That might have to be staccato there too. That sounds like garbage. It's going to be another staccato to put in. We'll go back and adjust these lengths again when I hear it with the brass. I think with them all together, it should sound pretty believable. Whoops. All right, now, one more time, let's copy that here. And I might even need to split it up over, so I have two choirs, really, different syllables and things. So if the texture gets too fat, like it is here, with all these voices happening at the same time, then I often have to chop off like the top half and put that into a different track, just so I can actually hear what the heck is happening. All right, so this is my staccato part. I'm going to get rid of all of these sustaining things. I'm just trying to get the staccato syllables, those short ones. Yeah, all that can go. All this can go. That stays. Goodbye. Goodbye. Go away. You're fired. And then we'll do the opposite here. Actually, I'm just going to mute these. Sometimes the staccato sample sounds better than the marcato, so just a little experimentation that needs to be done. All right, and now we'll put them together. And the composite should be reasonable. I don't know. Not reasonable. Let's try that again. So short. Sing something. Let me listen to this real quick. Yeah, you know what? I mentioned a couple sessions ago that going in and having to adjust the attack and release parameters on the choir samples can be kind of a pain in the butt, because sometimes it works for one section of your song and then it doesn't work for the next section. Now, I'll tell you what, this is not working in either section. So the attack is too short. Just tweaking that. Maybe the release is too short. Oh, come on. What's mine? Ah, that might be it. Okay, so now the release is a little goofy. Let's see if that's any better. Release is too short. Very fiddly. The thing is, then it's never really ideal. With the other instruments going, it often works better. Let me double check the other attack and release on my staccato choir sample. I'm just going to match them up. So the attack was super short and the release was about here. And I'm going to actually chop up this and put it over 2 tracks. So let me find a spot to chop it. I guess it's going to be this E, so I can get a top half. This is going to be the bottom half. Everything above that E, I'm going to cut out. And so now everything below that E here gets cut out. And I might need to do the same for my marcato choir too, just to get a reasonable playback that I can hear sort of what's going on. I think that E's a good spot. So this will be my top half. And then the bottom half here. All right, so now it's spread out over 4 different tracks. And let's listen back, just the choir. almost there. Oh, okay. Hi. Getting some chat here from one of my viewers. Still technical issues. Yeah, video's frozen. Trying to stream in 1440p. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Singular frame I get is in high resolution. All right. Let me stop my stream real quick. I'm coming right back. Let me just change some of these controls. Thanks for the heads up. All right, we'll get this figured out. Okay, not streaming anymore. Let me change my settings. Stream output. I'm going to pause my video capture to be right back. Record again. All right. Okay. I hope this is better. I had some technical issues with the sound, so I had to get a different streaming app. So I should be in stereo. Let me know if I'm at least in stereo. The video output, when I figured that out, when I got it in stereo, the video output was terrible. So I upshifted all of that. So then it was probably too much. All right. I hope that's better. All right. Let's go with it. Let me know if it stinks. These syllables are a bit too aggressive. Actually, it might sound great with the brass. I think it's going to sound awesome. Yeah, it's getting there. All right. Thanks. Looks like I solved it. Great. Thanks for your help. I really appreciate that. Again, I'm new to Twitter, and I'm an audio guy, so I had to figure out what to do with the video and all that. But I'm glad. Let me know if there's any problems that you notice. And it should be in stereo now instead of mono. Okay. So with the choir and brass in there, that's sounding really, really good. This last choir scream probably can go. Yeah. And it sounds a little clipped. These sustaining chords can go out a little more. too. Yeah, it's starting to sound great. This one too. Whoops. And I think I'll go back and make the brass match the choir a little bit. All right. Sorry for the audio with that. It gets a little touchy. The CPU can't quite keep up with all the processing all that audio so fast, but that's just on my end. Once everything's bounced, that's going to all sound nice and clean. Okay. I'm going to listen to this section go. I'm sorry, I'm going to back up and listen to this middle section and how it transitions into this finale section. I think it's starting to work. And, oh, I had another idea that I think this is the very first thing that I started with, this idea. Sounds like Jaws a bit. I think it needs a little variety. It's a little too monotonous, so maybe I'll go back. I'm going to listen to it once, listen for the transition from this section to the finale. I think it's pretty smooth, or at least it'll be smooth enough to continue. And then I think that little melody there, that kind of Jaws ba-ba-ba kind of thing. Not the ba-dum, ba-dum, not that part of Jaws, when I think the swimmer sees the shark, and then there's that sort of horn call. How's it go? Something like that? Yeah, that's it. Anyway, I'm not doing Jaws. Anyway, this part here needs a little variety, I think. Anyway, let's listen to it. Just want to check that it's all going smooth, and then I'm going to add a touch of variety to that melody. Come on, choir. Come on, choir. That's very manly. Very manly. I like it. I'm glad I got rid of that sort of breakdown transition I had in there. I put it in last night. It goes a lot better without it. And I'm also glad I cut out the low strings that were doubling this melody that I'm about to tweak. It was just wasn't adding much. The brass can certainly carry that tune by itself. Let me just make sure I get everybody that's actually playing that part. And I think just maybe one or two. Okay, viola's in there too. Maybe viola doesn't even need to be in there. Huh. I'm going to leave it for now, make the tweak to the melody, and then I think I can cut the viola out and have them join the low strings playing that staccato rhythm. Keep the sort of instrument families separate a bit. Okay, I think a tiny, tiny bit of variety in this thing. Maybe change one or two notes. It's good. If it's going to happen at all, it'll happen the third time. Yeah, I hear that viola in there. Probably doesn't need to be there. I think it's going to be better off helping out the low strings. Put a little more high end on it. I don't know if that improved anything. I think I also have choir doing that tune. Okay, they only come in right there. All right, we're still good. Gotta select all these guys again. 3 o'clock. Maybe not. Maybe can sort of arpeggiate up. So if we're kind of, we can sense the climax of this phrase coming at this point. I sort of reach a high point before, let's see, just want to contour this the right way. So it's always sort of climbing up. If I have 2 high points before the climax, then it might take away from the climax. Now, wait a second. Now I have the same problem. Ba bum ba bum bum. Let's see. So now we have this nice stepping up thing, and it continues to step up all the way to the climax. I might have to go in and look at what chords are in there. I think the choir is singing some chords. I probably have to adjust that. But if it sounds dissonant in there, sort of a melodic dissonance, it might be able to stay over the chords that I had already. Okay, I like the stepping up. This guy needs to pop up a bit. Thank you, brass. I'm getting really excited now. Getting really excited. All right. I'm going to just mute this viola. I mean, who's going to really even hear a viola over brass that's just blasting? That was a leftover from a different orchestrational approach I was doing earlier, so could just get rid of it. And then we're going to get this staccato cellos, and I'm just going to copy it into the viola. It should just give it a little bit more of an edge. Where's my staccato? There. Right at the bottom. And then, yeah, let's listen back. So it's not going to contribute too much, but maybe another 1% of energy. And just because it's viola, I'm going to have to bring up these note velocities a bit. It's just not going to cut. There it is. Cool, and that's where the double basses enter. I'm going to have the violas playing octaves. So the texture's fattening up. So we're sort of building up this dun-da-da-dun texture, and then right there at 37, when the violins join in on that, it's pretty satisfying to hear that arrive at something. That's pretty nice. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. Let me do just a safety save, and OBS is telling me I'm still dropping frames. If any contrabassoon, I do not have a good contrabassoon sample. Yeah, contrabassoon would be fantastic in here, doubling the low brass in that to give it a nice reedy, buzzy quality. I need to get a good contrabassoon sample. But you are right. I do have bassoon. I think I have bassoon doing that part. Just regular bassoon. Oh, shoot, I do have bassoon, and I didn't make the adjustment. I guess it shows how much the bassoon is cutting. I think I have bassoon. He's not doing much, is he? Tell you what, good idea. Let me just grab the trombone. I'll just take the tube apart, copy it into the regular bassoon. It might give a little more focus to the sound. Contrabassoon would be a lot better. No, I already have the bassoons sort of helping out with the rhythmic generator there, the ba-ba-da-da, ba-ba-da-da. Let me see. Let me just see. I have contrabassoon sample. It sucks. It just sucks. Let me just chop this somewhere so I can kind of fly it in. I guess at this point, yeah. But this might give a little more focus to that tune on the bottom. Love bassoon. It would be so much better in contrabassoon. So there's a bit more of a center to that sound now with the bassoon. It's not much. It would be really awesome with contra. I would always like to get more sample libraries. Let me just bring these dynamics up a tiny bit. To me, it sounds a bit like those violas we put in there, kind of lazy. I might just have to nudge over the samples. It's got a bit of a delayed attack. They're just not quite on the beat. Are violas ever really on the beat? Let me hear against the metronome. So Yarbickle is suggesting pre-delay on the track. You know what? I have tried that. It should have a pre-delay. I think there's a plugin for that here. There's different options here. But you know what? I find that it's just easier for me. Maybe I've just done it a lot to actually just nudge around the samples, because sometimes as you go up in the range, the sort of amount that the attack is off is different. You know what, let me take a listen to my strings. What am I doing here? Let me just listen to these guys. Yeah, so now, like I was saying, this upper octave here in the violas is more on the beat than the lower octave. So let me nudge these over to the right. So putting pre-delay on that might not be the best choice. Yeah, so I had to nudge the upper register a different amount than the lower register. Still, they sound like they're not all happy to be playing together. Maybe the string section is having infighting. Yeah, you're right. I don't know how to say your name. I'll just call you Yar. I know it depends a lot on the different libraries you're using. Yeah, I just try to find the easiest way to make it work. Kind of together. Kind of together. now that I'm listening to that by itself, I think I want to emphasize the accent pattern a little bit. Take down the volume on some of the faster notes. Let me see if I can select suppositions here. Sometimes that makes more problems. Ugh. It got some of them, but not all of them. Skip the BL. Oh, okay. It's really good to talk to people over Twitch. I've never done this. It's super fun. It's super fun. Not to mention, I've been so cooped up for months with this stupid quarantine. This is such a pain. I just want to bring these things down like a tiny bit. All right, let's just bring these down a little bit. I think it'll sound more dramatic. Yeah, that's a bit better. Oh, maybe a little bit more. Sounds really dramatic. That's where we get, stop playing. That's where we get the violins coming in. So, I mean, it's mostly together. I mean, it's always some kind of compromise. It's always some kind of compromise when you're working with MIDI. So I think before I go out, before I finalize and stem everything, I'm going to listen to every part and tweak the performances as much as I can to make everything as musical as possible. I'm not quite at that stage yet, and that's really jumping down a rabbit hole when you go and do that. I'm not in the right frame of mind to do that just yet. I'm still trying to compose here. But man, you can go in and just spend hours and hours and hours trying to tweak your performances. And sometimes you have to. If they have a really demanding client, oh man, sometimes if it sounds even the slightest bit fake, they will just reject all of your work. All right, so let me listen to this new section here. We were starting to flesh out the orchestration. Come on, computer, play those samples. The release on some of those brass samples sounds like somebody stuck a kazoo into his instrument. I think it's just the computer making a mistake or two. So I have this kind of 7-bar phrase here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the little gaps that are in there, I would like to put something, a big overstated dramatic thing. A thing, something. Something there. Maybe it sounds better just being a gap. what to do. So we've got brass, full choir. I don't know if I can listen to the releases on those sustaining choir chords and actually think about composing. Oh, yes. Do you ever automate tempo for added realism? Absolutely. Absolutely. That I usually do right near the end. Anytime there's drum loops, and again, these drum loops I'm putting in are sort of placeholders. I'm going to go back and tweak those. If there's any tempo changes during the loop playback, then it just doesn't play back very well. So once I get everything kind of set in terms of the composition, then yeah, definitely automated tempo changes, especially at climactic points, really makes it sound super dramatic. So that is actually, I think, on my notes I took here. Tempo ramp up to finale right here. There might be another spot to do that here or there. I don't need to see those. All right, just these releases here. I'm not sure if I should try to make it more legato. That's a bit more convincing. Why don't you play? Seesaw. I don't like that. Let's find a different thing for them to sing. See if that sounds all right with the brass. I'm just trying to match these up by ear. If I bring in the brass parts and try to see where the chords actually extend to, it doesn't always sound that way. So maybe a bit shorter. Find a different syllable. Nudgy wudgy. This might be sort of a loose end that I can't tie. That's a bit better. Definitely want to have the choir sustain over this. Maybe the brass too. So that's sort of an arrival point in the phrase. So we can sort of enhance the drama, I think, by sustaining those notes through the two measures. Ay, ay, ay. Enhance. We're doing drama enhancements. And then I'll go in and also put some dynamics in there too. It's not much happening in the dynamics at this point in the composing process. I'm just trying to get my notes and ideas down. and then we'll go in and tweak the performances. Everybody's just sort of playing loud. I think I'm going to wrap up in a couple minutes. And every time I've been on making these sessions, I say I'm going to wrap up in a couple minutes, and then I keep hearing things I want to change. And it ends up going on and on. But it's so fun. It's super fun. And then when you hear things really coming together, if you're struggling with a spot and then it finally starts to happen the way you want it to, it's irresistible to put it down, even if you're tired. All right, wait, I've got an attack there, so let me just be careful where I put this controller as I do it recklessly. Yeah. So like I'm saying with the dynamics, after I get all these notes in, you know, putting some dynamic changes in there really make the performance come to life. It's super flat and in your face right now. Or I should say maybe one-dimensional. But I'm not quite at that stage in the process yet. I think I just have tuba left. All right, hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Yeah, that's nice. There's like a trombone in there ripping some bad note. I don't know if oh, is it these are just too tiny? My events might be too small. No. Somebody in there is doing something dumb. I don't know if it's just too many notes for the computer. Oh, that's kind of goofy in there. Why? Who's doing that? Oh. It was like one tick too long and it made the release sound dumb. Is there some kind of bad controller in there? That doesn't always happen where the trombone goes boom, boop. I think it's just this section. Yeah, it's just the computer right now. Right, really nice and epic. Let me get a quick timpani roll in there. And it might just be fine with the brass and choir and a touch of percussion. And then everybody joins in there when the drum loop comes in. Let me see if I can get that timed to the arrival. I'm hoping that it starts quiet enough that I can sneak it in. Maybe sort of give it another hit on that beat. So I can hear the drum loop starting up. I'm going to emphasize that too with the timpani. I think. Wet. I think I might have bumped a key switch. Hang on. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right, that's what we want. Bup, 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 bup. All right. Yeah, okay. Hold on. All right. I missed the key switch. I think I can trigger one and then re-trigger the other while one's going. I think. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'm loving it. All right, I'm going to listen to the whole thing once or twice, and then I'm going to wrap it up for the day, and I'll be back on tomorrow at 1:30 Pacific. If you like what you see and hear, please subscribe. Okay, still rough around the edges in some spots. The computer sort of dropped out some of my choir here in the middle. I know the notes that are in there are the ones I want. This transition now sounded clunky. I'm not sure why. You know, you change your mind listening to things back over and over and over again. Maybe it's just the choir is holding too long. Yeah, right. I said I was going to turn this off, right? Maybe it's just that the trumpet and choir are not sort of, they should be doing basically the same. I think that's it. Right, so there's like one choir that's emphasizing the low downbeat. Just something a little inelegant about it. Oh. Really? It should be staccato. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah, all right. There. All right. I think I'm going to listen one more time and then turn it off. It never ends. And then you keep getting ideas, you put stuff down, and then you make more problems for yourself. Okay. Yes, I know Logic has autosave. It's kind of like superstition for me. You know, you lose a project, you lose a move that you did, it didn't autosave in time. Probably better to be superstitious and save manually every now and then. Ideas. I got ideas. I'm wondering if these low harp hits would be better as like a low bliss. That's not harp. Maybe they're just too loud. All right, so it switches out there. Maybe it should be like some kind of harmonic or something. Yeah. Maybe this next one can be something else. Definitely the wrong color. sounds like. Like a diminished glissando. Maybe I need some kind of like effect. Definitely not. Ah, nice pentatonic. Ah, like that. But nice and low. Not a good one in there. Oh, Japanese. All right, I don't have the thing I want. We're gonna just leave it as a low note. And I'm just gonna have it be a little softer. Okay, stop tweaking. Come on, play those choir notes. CPU is having problems. All right, but it's getting there. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate the comments I've been getting and the help with the stream. So, yeah, thanks again. I'm going to be back tomorrow, 1:30 Pacific. I'm going to go in and try to post a schedule on Twitch and get some of these, the backlog of recorded sessions I have on my YouTube channel, start getting into the, you know, promoting this on social media. Hope to get some more viewers, get some more people talking about composing and doing it this way in a computer, making modern music that would fit with film or games, any kind of modern media. That's what this channel's all about. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel. Check me out on YouTube and Twitter. And I'm on all the social media. I think you can see. Oh, yes. Want to hear that mock-up we talked about last time? Yes, definitely send it. I don't know how to do this. Talk to me. Yar is saying he wants to share something. I would definitely want to do that. All right, let's get this going. I hope this plays. buffering. Really nice horn sound. No, he's telling me no audio. Hold on. I might have to get a different audio device into my stream. Give me 1 second. 1 second, audio output. Hope this doesn't screw things up. If it does, I'm going to come right back on so we can share your track. 1 second. No, that's not it. If this doesn't work, what I'm going to do is investigate to see how I can actually share my computer audio here. Hold on 1 second. I'm just looking at my stream audio. Okay, I got the wrong kind of thing here. I think I can get this going. Audio input. Let's try this. Let's try this. I love the brass. I love the brass. What brass samples are you using? Excellent voice leading and writing of all that. Arrangement, perfect. All right, I'm having some goofy stuff happening here in my... Wait. Let me turn this off. Jeez. I'm going to probably have to sort this out on exactly how to do this. Cinematic Studio Brass. It sounds great. Let me mute this other thing here. Okay, hopefully you're only hearing my mic once now. I'm going to try to figure out how to do this either tonight or tomorrow. And I'll definitely get your... I'm going to save your link so that I can talk about it and properly share it. So, okay, Cinematic Studio Brass sounds excellent. I mean, it sounds really good. Maybe I should save this for when we can actually discuss it and anyone watching can actually hear it. Okay, so let me look into this before I hop on and stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll have to spend a few minutes and make sure I get the streaming stuff sorted out. But I definitely want to share this. All right, so sorry about that, but I'm still on the learning curve here with the streaming. All right, I hope this is actually recording in the screen capture too, so I can put it up on YouTube. So this is from... Well, I'll get this all figured out. But thanks for sharing. I'll definitely be back on tomorrow. I'll see what I can do about getting my audio streams routed in the right way. All right, but I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks so much. And I'll share this again tomorrow, and I'll be back on with some more writing. All right, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And I'm going to start putting some stuff up on YouTube probably today. All right, this is the Composer Mindset. See you later.